Hello, everyone, and welcome to AgriTalk Online, bonus coverage of the 2012 Farm Progress Show in Boone, Iowa. It's day number 3, and we're broadcasting from the Rabo Agri-Finance tent, and joined now by Kevin Bean, Brand Marketing Manager for Gleaner Combines. Kevin, let's talk about when you're talking with farmers, going through a drought, looking at reduced yield, even though some will have more, hopefully, than they thought they might, but still reduced yield. And they're trying to decide, well, is this a time then to trade combines? What do you tell them?
My honest opinion right now, this is probably the best time to buy. You know, it's interesting, but we probably have some of the most aggressive programs right now, just because of the fact that we recognize that it's a lower yield year for customers, and we're trying to be obviously responsive to that. And for example, we have one of the most exciting pre-sale programs for people who are looking right now to buy for 2013. We're asking customers, go out and make your best deal. You know, go out and make your best deal with your dealer. We got great aggressive finance programs. But if they buy between now and October 31st, they buy a new 2013 Gleaner and buy it under the pre-sale program, we're going to give them 2 exciting new options that we have available this year. One of them is called Night Sight Lighting. And Night Sight Lighting is a new feature that we have on the Gleaners, where we're now they can order an option that provides 4 HID lighting elements up in the cab roof. So now, instead of the standard halogen, we'll give them 4 HIDs in the roof, and then 2 additional LED lights down there on the lower part of the cab. So they'll have 4 now LED lights down to light up the header, and again, 4 HIDs up on top. It's about a $3,100 or $3,200 option. They get that for free under the pre-sale program. In addition to that, as a bonus, we're also giving them our new state-of-the-art smart cooling. This option is getting a lot of interest over in there. We got a smart cooling fan set up there where they can actually see how it works, where it actually reverses the fan pitch to self-clean the cooling rads and the rotary screen automatically for the customer. Every 15 minutes for 5 seconds as they're going down through the field, it basically reverses fan pitch, kind of like a prop jet does. Fan blades on a prop jet. When they land the airplane at the airport, Mike, they stop the plane by reversing the fan pitch. And that's how the Gleaner's new smart cooling system works. It actually, every 15 minutes, reverses that pitch and literally blows everything out of the cooling rads. So the customer never has to clean his radiator rads again, or his coolers, or the rotary screen. It's going to do it for you. But here's the added advantage. The smart cooling option gives you the capability now to automatically vary the fan pitch depending on the cooling requirements of the engine. So what's interesting out there is, on a day like today, let's say we're at 90 degrees, farmers will say, well, you must have to use 100% of the cooling. The answer is no. In fact, the best power savings on the new smart cooling is actually in temperatures in 80 to 90 degrees outside ambient temperature air. And we have at the display booth there, they can actually see at 80 degrees Fahrenheit. A normal radiator fan will take, on the Gleaner, about 55 horsepower because it's running constant at a 40-degree pitch. When you're running the variable pitch on the smart cooling feature, we now, at 80 degrees Fahrenheit, only use 19 horsepower at times, and we save 36 horsepower, about 66% of that power that we can use on the rest of the combine to operate the separator and everything else on the machine. So that savings is the first of its kind on any kind of a cleaning system like this. So reversible fan pitch and variable fan pitch are part of this new smart cooling option.
On a combine that is already lighter, so there's savings there too.
Oh, what you'll see over there, we're doing some things. Gleaner's never satisfied about delivering efficiency. We've even now, for 2013, have reduced the chopper drum because it'll save us 5 horsepower that we can take again to the combine and improve the efficiency. That's a new thing for 2013. The smart cooling, we start talking about at 80 degrees Fahrenheit, saving 36 horsepower, while everyone else are building heavier combines that require more horsepower and more fuel. Gleaner's about delivering the least amount of horsepower required to deliver the maximum amount of capacity and the best grain quality. This is what it's about. This is a difference between Gleaner and everybody else out there in the industry. Everybody else is getting higher center of gravity, they're getting heavier, they're burning more horsepower. Gleaner says that's not the way we're going to go. We're going to give you great grain quality, the best in the industry. We're going to give it lower loss levels, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it in a way that saves you fuel, saves you horsepower, and gets you, the lowest fuel consumption per bushel of grain harvested. That's the business case for Gleaner.
And even in a year like this with less grain moving through the machine, there are challenges for that machine, and they have to still perform at maximum efficiency.
Exactly. And to me, as we were out in the field here at Farm Progress Show, and we'll see it at Husker Harvest Days next 2 weeks from now, you're going to see out there in the field where, even if it's 150 to 130 bushels, you walk behind the combine, you're not going to see any loss. We were delivering about 0.5% grain loss out there, but it's the grain sample in the bin. Even though the kernels are smaller, the cobs going out the back end of that Gleaner are stripped clean, not broken up. That's the kind of thing we want to deliver. We want to deliver the best for the farmer.
They can see some video and get other information online?
Yes, they can. They go to www.gleanercombines.com, Mike, and they'll see the video series, the roadshow for 2010, 11, and they'll also see the first videos now for 2012. They can find a way now to keep them informed. We have the newsletter that goes out. We are doing a direct mail campaign to a number of competitive owners across the U.S., Corn Belt, especially predominantly, just focusing on what things we can deliver. And it's evidently working because we get customers that are constantly letting us know we're delivering on the brand promise. They can see it. We had some customers that are competitive owners in our booth that are interviewed. We got a lot of testimonials, and we got farmers calling these customers and saying, is this all true? And guys like, for example, Herb Nieport over in Ohio. Herb was a John Deere owner, and he said, it's all true. He said, I'm amazed at what we took it out and got a chance to run it in wheat before we are running in corn and beans. And he said, everything we saw in soybeans last year with that Gleaner in the field alongside our John Deere was true. And that's why we made the decision to buy a Gleaner. So I think that's the kind of word of mouth that's getting out there. Customers are coming in there. Competitive owners said, I want better grain quality. I want lower loss levels, and I want to do it by burning less fuel, especially in a year like this when we don't have the yields.
Good to see you. We'll see you in a couple of weeks in Grand Island.
Mike, it's always good to see you. Take care, be safe, and look forward to Husker Harvest.
Thanks a lot.